it's Liz Yuille from Old Stables Crafts. Thank you very much for joining me again today. Slightly different video today. This is a craft room tour. I've been asked a few times to do it now, so I thought I'd bite the bullet, having just tidied up my craft room. Always a good time to do a tour. This is the view from the door that I come in through. This is our house, and as you can see, it's basically a bungalow. It's got a couple of small rooms upstairs, but it's basically a bungalow. We have a miserable day here in Oxfordshire. It's coming up to 9 o'clock and it's miserable. There's the front door. So I'm actually not in the house. I'm at the back of the garage. So yeah. Right, so let me show you some bits. So this is actually something that my husband gave me for Christmas last year, because he kept walking in on my videos. So I hang that outside the door, which is great when Storm, is it Eleanor, isn't blowing, but when Storm Eleanor is blowing, not so great, because this is outdoors, and if it's windy, doesn't matter about the hangy thing. So let's see, there's some stuff I don't need you to see because it's tax stuff. So these are my lanyards from Onstage. This is the last one. This was from November. Then we've got Amsterdam in April, and last November in Telford. Those are the only ones I've been to so far. Oh, and my 30th anniversary pin for Stampin Up, and this is our main team pin. So yeah, that's that. And then to the right here is various personal bits, so I won't show you those. This is my new toy, which is a new photo booth, which hopefully means that my project photos will be slightly better. Fingers crossed. There's lights that go in there, so that's excellent. Door through to the garage. It's romantic where I am. My workstation. So this is where I do most of my admin. I stand most of the day because I have a bad back, so it helps. So yeah, my Dymo printer and various label sizes, PayPal machine, and that's where I keep my calculator and stuff, so various admin stuff. And this is my coffee and card. So long as I've got that and whatever project I'm doing for the day, I'm pretty good to go. So if we move around, I'll try not to make you too dizzy. That's my new tea infuser. Love it! Very dead orchid. Really must throw that away. So this is, most of the furniture came from IKEA. So if you recognise it, that'll be why. Some of this is not for Stamping Up and not for public display, but some of it is. So in here we've got various bits of junk, I think, really, is probably the answer. I need to sort this drawer out a bit. These are Christmas Cheer Challenge badges that I've still got left over from my 1,000 card marathon. Re-inkers, sponges, new ink pads, that sort of stuff. I'm getting together a full set of the inks and a colour caddy, which later in the year might possibly be coming up as a prize for something. These are all my re-inkers. I do need to put little dots on top so I know which ones are which. That's a job probably for a couple of weeks' time. But yeah, that's that. What's that? Oh, this is my sort of big shot drawer, if you like. So I've got spare cutting plates, some foil, so if I need to put punches through that. So a bit of a junk drawer. This is sort of mostly bags and doilies, but other bits and pieces in there. New light bulbs. I recently put in, I know that's a rubbish drawer. I recently put daylight lights in my studio, which makes a huge difference. Apart from it throws shadows everywhere. This is my punches drawer. And again, I sorted this out recently. Let's push them so that they can come forward a bit. So this is all my punches with my circles all lined up. Got some more ones, some new ones coming, so that'll be nice. This is more bags, treat boxes, and adhesives, and junk at the bottom. So if I then come back up and work up here, scrapbooks. That's really old scrapbooks that I've had building up. This is my spring summer celebration shelf. I like to keep the occasion stuff away from the annual stuff, just so that I know what's new. So I've got all my new stamps here. I need to sort them out alphabetically because it's doing my head in that they're not yet. And then I've split, I thought I'd split, I've split General Hostess Celebration. Let's pop that back away from, that shouldn't be there. Then dies and embossing folders for Spring, Summer and Celebration. A few projects that I need to finish, which came from Onstage, but I need to film those and get them finished. Catalogues, my work planner, which I know is huge, but I need to, I'm running a business, so I need to plan. I'm not good at it. My glue shop, which is a Celebration tin from last year, which I prettied up. So that's my glue shop that I take to class and coffee and cards. The new card kit, 3x3 envelopes, remember they've carried over. So still got a new packet of those. Somewhere I've got an open packet and I have no idea where I've put it. It's called tidying up. Lots of the new epoxy, clear and glitter shapes because I love them. And we've got a team training event coming up and I'm using those as part of that. Other embellishments, a random stapler. Oh, and the new embossing paste, silver embossing paste, which I must get open and start using. So if we then come down, Onstage books, we get a new book at each Onstage, and I'm using one up at the moment, and I'll start using the others. I really know I should use them as they're issued, but hey. Another of last year's Celebration tins, which I keep my Memories and More cards in, Memories and More album and some spare inserts, the Current paste, the white textured embossing paste, my blends, which happen to fit, this is a Tic Tac, the mini Tic Tac, so that's fallen over, the mini Tic Tac box, and I'd finished using all the Tic Tacs and it just happens to be the right size, so using that. Many marvellous markers, 3D projects, what another thing, retired ribbon and washi tape at the back, but this is 3D project. This isn't what it says, ink pads, it's cellophane bags for cards, one of the watercolour kit, more notepads. And then, oh, this is team stuff, ready to go out to new team members. Order forms and frames, it's random, but yeah, order forms and frames to be done, spare ribbon. Our boxes, various storage boxes, current samples, some tatty card, not Stampin' Up. So if we come back up, this is kind of going to be my inspiration shelf. I've got some a daisy bouquet here, which I made some while ago, and various fluffy animals. This is scrap paper, as in scraps, so it's our card, but I've got that in a lever arch file in folders so that I know that if I need just a little scrap, that's where I go. That's admin, my notepad, another notepad, I'm really into notepads. My wall of sin, this is my collection of stamps, which are alphabetical. Even I've put the hostess ones in, but it's alphabetical from the annual. The only thing I do split out are my background stamps and my letters and numbers. And then behind here, oh, very well hidden, behind here are my autumn winter retired, so the ones that haven't carried over, and Tic Tacs ready for on-stage samples, or swaps rather, a couple of wooden stamps, And these are ones that I need to, stamps that I need to do something with because I haven't really used them much. What else? Gosh, 10 minutes in. Embossing powders. That's random. That's LED lights. Various things that I use. So starch for brushos, alcohol, all sorts of stuff, cleaner. This is a sticky stuff remover. Lots and lots of last year's celebration tins. Dies, masks and embossing folders. I'm loving having this sorted out. It was in a mess before. Last year's December daily. These boxes are stamp pads. Well, they're mostly empty apart from the top one, but those are for when I'm taking stamp pads to class if I don't need the whole lot. Some more sin, slightly over ordered on Whisper White and Very Vanilla when I was doing my Christmas Cheer challenge, so I don't think I'm going to need to buy that for a while. What have we got here? I keep personal cards that have been sent to me by friends, other Stampin' Up friends, by Stampin' Up themselves, my team leader. They all get kept down there. Those are some projects. They're actually for craft fairs, which I need to put somewhere else. They shouldn't be there. Then various books on various things, more scrapbooking, my tissue paper for anything anytime I send anything out to anyone, it goes in yellow tissue paper. Big shot on the lovely IKEA trolley. What have I got in here? So, mini pizza boxes, which carried over. The acetate boxes, which carried over. Yes, I know, I've got too many of both. Disposable gloves, the permanent adhesive sheets. This is where I'm doing all my brusho samples at the moment. Spare enamel shapes and stuff like that. Some dimensions ready on hand. Baker's twine, more baker's twine and metallic thread. And then a few scraps of Whisper White and Night of Navy for some reason, but that's that. A chair for if I've got guests, a stool for if I need to sit at all. It's one of these wobbly stools. I don't tend to use it. I don't know why I bought it, but it seemed like an idea. Heater, just in case, although I've got underfloor heating. These boxes are ready to go out to customers. These are some of my craft boxes ready to go. I've got more to get sorted out. The new spring summer ribbons and memories and more. And then if I can do this one-handed, actually let's do this a bit at a time. So in here are Stamping Success, and then this is all the new paper. And the 6x6 there. I need to spread those out, but that was me just tidying up. But I do need to spread them out a bit, so let's pop that back. This is the craft kit, what's left of the die cuts and stuff. So that's half a sheet of gold foil, and I try to squeeze as many die cuts in as possible. Various bits of tools, so adhesives, pliers, screwdrivers, my extension cable, craft trolley for when I go to class and stuff, a couple of crates at the back there, one of the most important places in the study, my cat's bed, little carpet to stand on, bins split between general rubbish and recycling, and then my craft space. So trimmer, this is my craft mat thing that I put together. It's just a piece of MDF really, which I've covered with foam and a piece of wallpaper and some sticky plastic. And and it's great because it means I can make a mess with it and then just clear it up. Although that's glue, I need to get that off. Some kind of whites, that's white scrap, and it's also a board where if I need to have notes for things, I can just have those there when I'm filming. My brushos, a pair of gloves for my brushos, just a microfiber cloth just for general clearing up. It goes in the wash easily. This is my spare light, just in case things really do get dark. Clock. These are all my mats ready to go. I love this. It's great for stock taking, because if I run out of a colour here, I then cut new mats, and I can then see whether I'm running out of stock of card. Obviously not Whisper White or Very Vanilla for a while. And then this is card bases, which I need to do a few more of, and the smaller size mat for the Whisper White, and actually no, these are the standard size mat for Whisper White and Very Vanilla, and these are the smaller ones. I don't normally have that many, but again, that was for my 1,000 cards. Then my embellishments that I'm actually using, which are all labelled up with their numbers. And by embellishments, I mean sticky back embellishments, and these are in the half size wood, which suits me. You can just put them in the ordinary DVD size, but I like them in the half size wood. Single hole punch, that's the 1/8 hole punch. Silicone mats, which shouldn't be there. Washi tape, adhesive, so tear and tape and glue dots. These are from my team leader, which are thank yous for various things and incentive promotions. But yes, this is I've had this ribbon dispenser for a long time before I was a Stampin' Up demonstrator, but I love having it there because it just shows me everything I've got. So yeah, it's actually not long enough for all of our ribbons. I've got a few extras up here. Not that I've got all of our ribbons yet. And then I've got a few scraps. So if I've cut for class and I have bits left over, I keep them in there so that I know that I've got some scraps. My pot of various bits and pieces. Little ruler, bone folders, brayers, that sort of stuff. So I've got those on hand. These are ready to do some resist with brushos. This is my team leader has the Pinkies team. This was a gift from her, and it's just got basic kit in it. Nail varnish seems to be everywhere. I don't actually drink while I work. These are so that I've got bottles on hand for samples for when I'm making things, and Ditto little molten brown samples. Glues. These are all the Tombos that I've got open. These are not ones that I would use all the time. They are for class, but I like to keep them there so that I know that they're there and I can check whether they're running out. The blocks that never leave home. Oh, that's where my little envelopes are. So these never leave home. These are mine. So that I've got nice blocks ready to hand. These are the how to measure lots of ribbon in one go cards. And I've got I don't do this anymore, which I'm a bit sad about, because this is a block cleaning microfiber cloth, and I quite liked it. Another notebook. You can see I run my life on notebooks. Stamping piercing mats, just in case. Stampin' scrub, and my cleaner is here, so that's all on hand. Down here I have my scoring board, my trusty cheese board, which, as you all know, I use for heat embossing. This is a board that I'm using if I need to stretch paper, watercolour paper for watercolouring, surprisingly. Kitchen towel, need to refill that. Colour caddy, all in colour family. And then the ink colours I just randomly put around the bottom. Post ready to go out. All my post goes out in these bags. I've got these bags in 3 different sizes, so if you ever get anything from me, it will be in one of those bags. What have I got here? Some some naughty stuff. This is actually a screen cleaner, so for laptops, screens. It's just got a microfiber belly, but I thought it was rather cute. Telephone, surprisingly. various random pens. These are, oh, I love these. This is a metallic board, as a magnetic board, and these are where I keep my embellishments. So they're in little tins that you just take off and click on. So my various trackers, so I'm aiming for Silver Elite. I just need my silver level person now. I've run out of recruit space because you only need 5 recruits. I say only, but you need 5 recruits, and I've only got 5 spaces for them. Celebration tracker, Greek Island tracker, which I need to update. Various random notes. What have I got in here? Wet wipes, apparently. And, oh, in envelope punch boards and various other bits and pieces. Rubbish, basically. This is my industrial size guillotine. I can guarantee you that dropping it on your finger is not a good idea. I know from experience, but it means I can cut lots of card at once. And for my craft boxes, I just cut it all in there because it goes through about a ream of paper at a time. This is one of my favourite bits of furniture. Again, it's IKEA, and it's for my printer. And then down at the bottom I've got all my postage stuff, my bags. So that's that, my spare ink. It's a bit of a mess at the moment. And this is the USB cable, because out here for some reason the Wi-Fi doesn't manage to get my printer talking to my laptop, so I gave up and got a long USB cable. Gosh, 21 minutes. Okay, nearly need to run out, finish really. Spare big shot for class. All my DSP in 12 by 12 cello bags, so it's all there. So that's all that. So this is all the current stuff. 12 by 12 card. Glitter papers sometimes end up in here, not always. 6 by 6 card. I seem to have a huge number of crumb cake note card envelopes, so I need to do something with those. There's a random place for some paper clips. White and more crumb cake and very vanilla. I seem to have tissues everywhere. So I use those for coffee and card. Various things to wrap. So when I'm doing projects, yeah. Oh, and these are spare stamp pads, old stamp pads, things I've collected that I probably will use for prizes for things. And, oh, that's retired ribbon that's on open reels. That sort of stuff. Then, what have we got here? All my card in Colour Family. Lots of glitter card, that sort of thing. Watercolour paper. Gloss. Various stuff. Stuff for gifts. Envelopes. Stuff, don't you love that? Grid paper. More glitter paper. And window sheets. These are our big bags, which I love for gift wrapping. Various random bits. That for Stampin' Up is pretty much it. I think the only other thing is this is my retired stuff. So I've got stamps and ribbon and goodness knows what in here, which at some point I will be putting on eBay. So yes, that's pretty much my craft room. So, oh, I think the only other thing is up here I've got my certificate of advancement, a few inspirational bits from my team leader. Oh, and this is the beginnings of my new the craft caddy. I'm nearly there on the whole set. So at some point, as I say, that will become a prize. I haven't decided when or how, but I will be doing that as a prize. So there you are. So I hope you enjoyed that. Oh yes, skylights, fan. This is the fan that I hadn't realised was working okay during the summer when we had the really, really, really hot weather. Oh, and this obviously is the view at the back of my craft room, because I am at the back of the garage. So this is my husband's garden. He likes doing fruit and veg. So yeah, and it's still a miserable day. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that, and I will see you for something more normal soon. Thanks for watching. Bye!